Hello, laddie scattles and lassie battles. How y'all doing today? It's potentially your consent pending, ya boy, Blorks. And I got some splaining to do. I got a lot of splaining to do, and splaining's hard for me, 'cause I have to admit I've done wrong by y'all. So here's the thing. I was recording last time, and we had some problems. We had a lot of problems, in fact. We had some problems, particularly with crime. Let's see if I can find some of that there crime, eh? No, I can't. But, well, actually, I guess I can. Where's justice? Where's justice? No, it's, for some reason, justice isn't here. I don't, no good reason for that. It's fine. So, we had some vandalism. We don't know who did that. We had more vandalism. We also know who didn't do that. Disorderly conduct. Again, no witnesses somehow. This was an assault. Someone's nose got destroyed. I'm not even sure the fish cleaner's still alive. Hard to say. Bunch of people assaulting people, and then a bunch of people getting depressed and dying. Disorderly conduct. What's this? Violation of production order. Yeah, we don't care about that. Miner that is dead. Yeah. Anyway, we had a whole bunch of tantrums and nastiness, and I was starting to get worried that, our fort was on the way out. So I was doing some mad, like, social engineering, like, okay, how can I make this work? I largely succeeded, but that was all, well, for the most part, off camera, because it was just me freaking out and trying to figure it out, and frankly, I didn't think that would be very entertaining. What the hell is that? Iron crossbow. So that's where all of my erstwhile crossbowmen decided to drop their crossbows. More on that later. I decided, well, no. I decided a melee squad would be better in the end. So, let's start from the top and go to the bottom. Pretty sure this should be new. It's just a bridge and a long hallway. I'm going to put a rampart along it, but I haven't yet. Oh, that tree needs to go. Things can climb now, so it's pretty important to not have trees overlooking your walls. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so that's that. That bridge is there. We never did get this to work. I've been thinking about it a lot. A way to close off this river so that we can then put floodgates in and control whether there's water or not. I haven't figured out how I'm going to do that yet, but I'm thinking about it. In fact, I pretty much go to sleep thinking about it, as sad as that is. This is over top of a hole which we really ought to do something with, huh? Put spikes in or something. Same with this one. We need to make these a bit more deadly, because at present they're just holes that actually lead into our fort, so using them would be dumb. Hey! But, things are coming along pretty nicely on the surface. Trust me, I would love to be paying attention to our surface defenses, but we've got bigger problems. Much bigger problems. Those problems are not the farms. They're chugging along from what I can tell. And as much as they can, anyway. Everything's good there. This is the floor with nothing on it. Although, interesting. Okay. Garrison, again, hasn't changed very much. Which reminds me, we have a discussion about the nobles coming up. Alright, so on this floor, tavern you've seen. This is new. So there's a cistern underneath the meeting hall, the dining hall here. That's going to be a well if they ever get around to building it, which, hey, it would be super great, guys, if you could do that, maybe today. Why isn't this being done? Masonry. Pretty sure we have masons, but you know what? When they get around to it, that'll be fine. This is going to be our hospital. So it's got a bunch of separate rooms. There's going to be a surgery or something here, waiting room or whatever. This isn't really a normal way to build a hospital. I will likely just use these as rooms, and everything else I'll throw stuff in. God knows what. It's probably a stockpile actually for thread and soap if we can make some, or maybe buy some. We might just buy soap. So we're having happiness problems, is why all of these quality of life improvements are being made. hence the tantrums. People are not happy. They're throwing tantrums. They're going insane. So for instance, this, although it doesn't look it yet, is a temple right now. I have people here hanging out, and they're praying. A bunch of them. Well, let's see actually. Who is praying? Are you praying? Yep, you are praying. So a lot of people had unhappy thoughts because they couldn't pray. You're just hanging out. All right, cool. This guy's detailing the floor. So yeah, we have a bunch of people that are just hanging out praying, which is great. That'll make them happier, less tantrums. Awesome, cool. Down. Oh, hey, the stink pit is full of stink. Who would have guessed? Let's go down to the nobility and their chambers that are being built. So this is kind of, well, this hasn't been fully designated yet, but this is the first hall of where the nobility are going to be. Here we have a room for a baron, room for a baron, room for a baron, so on and so forth, with sort of the halls attached. I don't know if I'll turn these into dining halls or not. I guess I probably should, because they all want dining halls, which is really annoying, but maybe I'll make like attached rooms. I don't know. Not sure yet. Doesn't really matter. This will be the quarters for the king, so his dining hall is going to be pretty freaking huge. That'll be his probably bedroom, so dining hall over here, office if he needs one over here, and then bedroom. He may get a royal guard at some point, although there's also a tentative plan in my mind to put him in charge of a squad, so he might end up not needing any of this anyway. We'll see. Let's go back down. Mausoleum. We have had deaths. We've had a suicide, I believe, and someone who just went mad and starved to death. So that's not great. Unfortunately, we don't have any glass right now, so I haven't been able to make coffins, so we're, right on the edge of getting haunted. Which reminds me, this needs to be engraved and turned into a mausoleum for the nobility, because they're picky like that. Anyway, that'll have to do for now. Let's go down again, and I don't think there's anything down here that I've worked on. Again, I would love to be like adventuring and setting out, preparing to build the cave, or build into the caves, down here, building some defenses, and then like an entrance to the caves so we can start collecting all this delicious cave spider silk, and have a squad that patrols down here, all the fun stuff. But we haven't been able to do that. Second cave, same thing. We've built like the outline of where we'll have our defenses, and where we'll be entering into the caves, but that's the extent of it for now. And as for the magma, I've done some super risky adamantine mining. Yeah, it's been done. Ooh, what's that? Microline, nice. But that's about the extent of it. I haven't gone crazy, mainly because I don't want to die. Big on not dying, but a bit of mining. So that's where we are now. I'm hoping things are leveling out. Definitely looking at the dwarves. Let's just pick one at random here. Oh, wrong button. Let's see. General, let's go. Bored, lonely, annoyed, uneasy, annoyed, delightful. But there's a lot of green here. There's a lot of green. Yeah. So, yeah, he's doing fine, apparently. Let's see this boy. Yeah, so I mean, he's doing well. For the most part, the dwarves are happy. It must be said. I finished some work that was satisfying. Yeah, they're living, certainly. Ooh. Oh, he's not. He is not doing well. His hand is broken. He's all screwed up. Shit. So that's why the hospital, really. So that's where we are currently. I don't love that things went sideways the way they did, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes you don't provide well for your dwarves, and they let you know by killing each other. They're really mature folk. The tavern gets a lot of use, though, so that's kind of nice. Our woodworkers, I suppose, have some serious problems with following the goddamn law, but that's alright. These two are, I think they probably assaulted people. Anyway, like I was saying, you want to put a food stockpile in front of them, because if you do not, they need to be fed by someone else, which is just bad for from a labor efficiency standpoint. Yeah, so they can move up a block. In fact, you just saw that guy. There you go. He moves forward and he can reach those blocks now and get the food he wants. And we don't have to care that the jailer is or isn't paying attention. So this is going to be where the captain of the guard goes. He's in charge of justice for the most part, unless an execution needs to happen. In which case, we'll have to assign a hammer, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to be part of that. Let's go ahead and collect sand and try and grab some sand. Don't cancel the fucking sand order. Don't do it. You need to collect sand. I built bags specifically so he could collect sand in them. It's super important. We badly need more coffins. Anyway, I will go and continue to solve this, hopefully on the back foot crisis. That's not how you say that. That's not how English works. Hopefully lessening crisis, and I'll keep you all informed. Well, here's a strange thing that I don't know that I've ever seen before. So, I was looking at the units list, yeah? Went into others, like, I got a giant rat, some giant sparrows still around, falcon, that's nice. Various other people. Great. And then I was like, huh, there's an outpost liaison here. Liaison? So this is the problem. Like, I see that it's a French word, liaison, right? But English, there's a different way to pronounce it. Anyway, I'm going to go with the French pronunciation and just say liaison, but that's fine. Anyway, I see him and I go, well, what the heck's he doing here? Also, ghostly dwarven baby, not good. Don't like that, but we'll work on it. So, where is he? Huh, he's stuck in a tree. So, the reason we haven't been visited by the dwarf liaison is because he's stuck in a tree. He's been trying to visit probably for, a while now. Yeah. So we're gonna go cut down the tree and hope that gets him out of it. So many people are praying. I love that. I mean, neither here nor there about religion, but happy dwarves? Yeah, I'll take that. Heck yes. What else we got? Oh yeah, the spikes have been installed, so that's nice. Anything that falls in there is going to be... Why is there a baby here? Oh, that's the ghost baby. Right, we should deal with that. Anyway, anything that falls in there is going to have a bad day. And then over here we have a hallway full of cage traps, which are a little OP. The thing about cage traps is anything that steps on them is, with a few exceptions. Demons are not captured by cage traps, and I'm sure there's other things, but most things that step on them get trapped in them, and then you can just pick them up and put them somewhere, or drop them in lava. There's a lot of unpleasant things you can do to them. It's great. And we have access to lava, so we could totally do that. These are going to be weapon traps. Most of them are large iron serrated discs, so again, not a fun time for anyone who falls in here and then steps on one of these. I mean, they're going to be all screwed up, and then they're going to be even more screwed up. So that's not a bad defense. Certainly it's a start. Now, I still haven't built that rampart I keep mentioning, so I'm going to go away and do that now. But there's your... Oh, well, let's see. Has he been cut down yet? No. Anyway, I'll try and show you him getting cut down, but I might miss it myself, and he'll just show up and talk to us, in which case it's boring, and you don't get to see it. So, you'll have to deal. Alright. Uh-oh. Well, a vile force of darkness doesn't sound good. Now we get to find out just how pissed off the goblins are with our basic existence. Now, I've been pretty deliberately not producing huge amounts of wealth thus far, because the more wealth you produce, the worse the enemies are that show up, or I guess the more powerful. In this case, what are we looking at? Right, so let's go see who these guys are. Human? Uh-oh. Human crossbowman, don't love that. Recruit. You know, there's this famous line, I don't remember if it was some early German. He's talking about the British, and the British Army in particular. Someone asked him about the British, and he says if the British Army were to land in Germany, we would send the police force to arrest them. And that's kind of how I'm feeling here. Like, oh, never mind. I'm feeling less of that now. There's a few more there than originally. Okay, never mind. But they're just recruits. I suspect if we actually go fight them, troll fur. I mean, they're not exactly well armored, you know? Like, yeah. In fact, they're so badly armored that I might end up throwing out most of their crap. Are they even armed? Do you have a weapon? I'm not seeing a weapon. Did they just send a bunch of, like, naked guys to attack us? We are going to use our defenses. Sort of. I want them to... Yeah, cancel that order. I want them to station. But I've forgotten how to do that. Oh, M. Yeah, move. That would be it. So we're going to put them here. We are going to go to the military screen. Going to go to alerts. We're going to turn on safe zone. Everyone is going to run down into their burrow. And, oh yeah, we have to update the burrow. Got to make sure I do that after this is all sorted. So they're all going to run very quickly down there. Everyone gets out. Let's see, anyone lollygagging? Doesn't look like it. Awesome. So our military is hanging out in the animals, which is less than dignified, but yeah, we'll get there. Everyone's headed down. Everyone's in, and this on the bottom here is just gonna be our life for a bit. While everyone gets mad that all their jobs are impossible to do because they're confined to their burrows. They'll live. So they are slowly approaching. Emphasis on slowly. So we're gonna go ahead. Oh, there was someone still outside. A couple someones from the looks of things. Guys are slow. You could end up dead. Please get inside, because I'm about to close the gates. We apparently don't have a mechanic, so we can't close that gate. I know we have a mechanic, but I've seen him making mechanisms. Whatever, it's fine. I will designate a new mechanic after this and get that done as well. Oh, does that mean none of this was linked up? No, it was. So, for whatever reason, our mechanic decided he just didn't want to do this. That's cool. That's fine. I guess which levers do I want to? You know what? I want to hit them all. Pull the lever. Get her done. Pull the lever. No one is pulling the lever for some reason. Oh, he's done it, and it did nothing. Oh, there we go. It did. Wow, that worked really well. So let's see what they do now. They're going to continue coming at us. All right. Don't know what their plan is, but I'm excited to find out. Let's see what they do. What's their big plan? Maybe they're going to try and climb? I don't know. If that turns out to be the plan, I'm going to be disappointed. Boy, they're so slow. And I mean, alright, the frame rate is definitely a little bit tanked by all the messages popping up at the bottom. And I get that. I understand. But please, please go faster. Oh, what's the plan, boys? You don't really look like You're much for the planning. And gonna try and climb it? No. No, you're not. You don't dig that, huh? Alright, well, that's cool. Let's get our squad. Move them here. Awesome. Pause. Pull the lever. Let's get her doing. And the lever's been pulled. Boop. Alright. Here we go. Oh shit. Alright. So let's just see immediately. So there hasn't been any combat yet, but boy is there about to be. So we're going to do one step at a time. And it would seem that combat has been joined. Let's see what our Dwarf is up to. The Dwarf has hit the human recruit in the upper right leg with his iron shield, which hurt. Yeah, he did a good amount of damage with that hit. Let's give him another go. Nothing. Oh, the human recruit has already fallen over. Dang, let's just let it go. Whole bunch of blood and nastiness, and oh boy, I don't. Okay, human crossbowman, how you doing? So some shots. Nothing serious in terms of that. The crossbowman has realized that they're badly losing the battle and is starting to be terrified. And then an axe dwarf hits them in the leg with an axe. Oh, but it didn't go through. Left hand tearing apart the muscle. Oof, yeah. So he's not going to be shooting anytime soon. Yeah, a bunch of just really nasty hits through the leather armor. Leather armor doesn't do much. I think at some point, yeah, left lower leg just gets cut off. Oh, Count Consort bites the yes, we've got a biter! Oh, you don't understand. Biting is the funniest. It is the funniest thing that dwarves can do in combat. It's so good. The Count Consort of standard drills bites the human crossbowman in the lower body, tearing the skin and bruising the muscle and bruising the guts. That's quite the bite. Wow. Latches on firmly. The human crossbowman struggles. Keep in mind, the human crossbowman is lying on the ground right now, so our dwarf just like crawled on top, beat them up with the axe a bunch, and then crawled on top of them and bit them in the guts. Which is messed up. Oh, and then while still biting, hacks them in the leg with the axe. Screws them up. The sensory nerve has been severed. Almost all their clothes are just fucked up at this point. The axe dwarf somehow, while still biting, kicks the human crossbowman in the head, but is deflected by the copper cap that he's wearing. Shakes the human crossbowman around by the lower body, so tearing apart the lower body skin and tearing apart the lower spines and nervous tissue. Like shook him around like a dog. Just woo. Does it again. Lower body skin, tearing apart the lower spine and nervous tissue. Just keeps fucking biting and tearing. And zombie. It's some zombie shit. That's what it is. And then someone else shows up and hits him with an iron battle axe. In the head, so that's probably death right there. Okay. You can just cancel whatever it is you're doing. It's cool. You're all free to go. Oh shit. Oh damn. Oh, there was more of them. Oh, there was stragglers. Oh no. Oh, that's not a good time. Wow. That's a way to die. Hitting the upper body and being cloven asunder. Okay. So they're gonna go do whatever they're going to do. I'm just going to quickly look at them. Any wounds? Slight wound to the upper arm. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You're good. And you're good. So we didn't lose anyone. That's for certain. And there were no wounds. We have learned, however, our defenses leave a wee bit to be desired. So we're going to put some traps in here so that we can station our soldiers over here and have people run through traps on their way to us. But that was remarkably successful, which reminds me I really have to turn off that alert because they're going to go nuts. There we go. And you're all free. Well done. Anyway, there's some more combat. That was brutal.